Hello, everybody. Welcome to week one of social problems at Macomb Community College. This is the start of the winter semester. I recorded and uploaded this long video for the syllabus review. So I'm not going to go into really anything about the syllabus in this video. I just wanted to do a quick check-in, as I'll normally do for the weeks on these topics. So this is for week one. This is a very introductory kind of chapter, as you might expect. It covers mainly how do we differentiate like opinion and theory versus actual research into social problems. So you'll go through this. I have the textbook, the 11th edition of the textbook here, the 12th edition, which is the one that we're using for the class, but the 11th edition is pretty close. You can pick that up at the bookstore. The PowerPoint is here as well for chapter one. And it's going to go into a lot of like data collection. How does the research actually transpire for a lot of these different social problems? And just kind of like briefly touching on what the different topics look like through the course of this textbook and also this class that we'll be covering. One main thing I want you to take note of as you're reading through the chapter is, and going through the PowerPoint, this section that I put here about social location and social history, this is important about the not quiz question for this week. Social location, as is put here in the PowerPoint, are just kind of like all the different attributes of your person that might shape your perspective on society. So, for example, I'm a professor, I'm middle class, I would say, I guess. I have a PhD, graduate education. I'm a man, cisgender, heterosexual, Arab. My parents are immigrants. I'm married. I'm in my mid 40s, and I'm a dad. I have two kids. And beyond that, my family are Christian Arabs. They're non-Western. We have a very big extended family, and so all of these kind of things kind of shape my perspective towards society. You know, so I want you to think about what are some of those things that shape your perspective towards society, and that's going to be part of the not quiz question for this week. Additionally, there's just some really interesting stuff here. They go into some of the research around COVID and the disparate impacts of what happened during COVID, and then that will be covered more in depth next week when we talk about health and society and mental health, especially too. Obviously, I'm sure I don't have to tell this to anybody. We all live and we're all conscious and alive in 2026 now, not 2025 anymore. Politics plays a big role in so much of this stuff. And I mentioned this in my um, syllabus review video that I really, really, really am asking you to try. Like, your politics are part of your personhood, part of your social location, all of that kind of stuff. And how you arrived at your politics obviously is informed a lot by who you are and the kind of family you grew up in and your values and all of that kind of stuff. What I would ask of you is to just kind of set that to the side, or like not let it, uh, you know, close off your ability to look at these issues from a wide ranging set of perspectives. Like, I'm very open to a whole, to all of the different arguments when it comes to these social issues. As I mentioned in the syllabus check-in video, you might imagine what somebody with a PhD in sociology, that lives in the city of Detroit, who is a family of immigrants, like, you could probably assume what my personal politics are like, but don't let that kind of let you arrive at any kind of judgments. And I wouldn't assume the same for any of you all, that like just because you may have certain political beliefs or you may come from certain backgrounds, that's going to make you close-minded right off the bat to learning about different perspectives on social problems. And, you just really, the point is you just need to think for yourself. That's really kind of the whole point of this class. And I feel like that's the whole point of the field of sociology too, is that we need to have an open-mindedness towards the problems that we're researching. And actually, if I was to summarize what is, sorry, I'm scrolling fast here. If I get down to the sociological imagination, which is a big part of this chapter too, and a big part of what I would say the field of sociology, that what we're really talking about is keeping an open mind towards all of these issues. Yes, sociological imagination from C. Wright Mills. That we're able to distinguish between private and public troubles and see the connections between ourselves and issues in society and stuff like that. So I hope you find this material interesting. Let me know if you have any questions as you're going along. And I look forward to having a great semester with you all. So I'll see you later. Take care. Bye.